You're in a room full of people. Laughter fills the air, conversations flow around you, but inside, you feel completely alone, not because no one's talking to you, but because no one's really connecting with you. The conversations feel shallow, the jokes feel forced, and you find yourself wondering, is something wrong with me? Why do I feel so disconnected from everyone? Here's the painful truth that nobody talks about. If you're highly intelligent, loneliness isn't a bug in your system. It's almost a feature. A groundbreaking study from the British Journal of Psychology discovered something shocking. People with higher IQs actually feel less satisfied with life when they socialize frequently. While most people thrive on social connection, intelligent minds experience something completely different. And today we're going to explore why this happens, why it hurts so much, and most importantly, what it really means. If you've ever felt lonely despite being surrounded by people, this video is for you. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn might finally make you feel understood. Let me be clear from the start. This isn't about being better than anyone. It's not about superiority. This is about understanding a very real, very painful experience that highly intelligent people face every single day. The loneliness we're talking about isn't the kind you can fix by going to more parties or making more friends. It's deeper than that. It's the loneliness of being fundamentally different in how you think, how you process the world, and what you need from human connection. So let's talk about why this happens. And more importantly, let's talk about why you're not broken. Reason number one, your brain literally works differently. Here's something most people don't realize. Intelligence isn't just about being smarter. It changes how your brain processes everything. When you're in a conversation, your brain is doing something most people's brains aren't. You're not just hearing words, you're analyzing layers of meaning. You're seeing implications. You're making connections to past conversations, to books you've read, to patterns you've noticed. And while everyone else is having a simple exchange about the weather or last night's TV show, your brain is starving for something deeper, something more meaningful. A study from the University of Virginia found that highly intelligent people actually prefer complex thinking and find it more satisfying than simple social pleasures. It's not that you're antisocial, it's that small talk feels like eating cardboard when your brain is hungry for a real meal. You're not weird for finding most conversations exhausting. Your brain is just operating on a different frequency. Reason number two, you see what others don't. Have you ever been in a conversation where you can see where it's going 5 steps ahead? Where you notice the contradictions, the logical fallacies, the unspoken assumptions, and everyone else is just oblivious? This is one of the most isolating aspects of high intelligence. You see patterns that others don't. It's like watching a movie where you've already figured out the plot twist in the first 10 minutes, but everyone around you is still surprised at the end. You're not trying to be a know-it-all, you just see it. And here's the painful part. When you try to share what you see, people often react with confusion, defensiveness, or dismissal. So you learn to stay quiet. You learn to nod along. You learn to hide what you're really thinking. Psychology research shows that high intelligence is correlated with increased awareness of complexity and nuance, which means you're often aware of problems, implications, and possibilities that others simply don't register. It's like having high-definition vision in a world where everyone else sees in standard definition. And that gap, that creates a profound sense of isolation. Before we continue, I need to ask you something. Do you feel seen right now? If what I'm describing resonates with you, if you're finally hearing someone put words to what you've been feeling, drop a comment below and just say, yes. I read every single comment and I want you to know, you're not alone in feeling alone. And if this video is helping you understand yourself better, hit that like button. It helps us reach other people who need to hear this message. Okay, let's talk about why this loneliness cuts so deep. Reason number 3. Depth versus breadth. The connection paradox. Most people build their social lives on breadth. Lots of friends, lots of acquaintances, lots of surface-level connections, and they're genuinely happy with that. But if you're highly intelligent, you crave depth, not breadth. You don't want 100 friends who know your name. You want 2 people who understand your soul. You don't want endless small talk. You want 1 3-hour conversation that changes how you see the world. A study in social psychological and personality science found exactly this. People with higher cognitive ability prefer fewer, deeper relationships over many shallow ones. But here's the problem. Deep connections are rare. Most people aren't looking for depth. They're satisfied with surface. So you end up feeling lonely even when you're surrounded by people, because no one's meeting you at the level you need. It's not that you're too picky. It's that your brain is wired for meaningful connection, and meaningful connection is hard to find. Reason number 4. You can't turn it off. Here's maybe the hardest part. You can't just dumb it down to fit in. Trust me, you've probably tried. You've tried to care about things you don't care about. You've tried to laugh at jokes that aren't funny. You've tried to participate in conversations that feel meaningless. And it's exhausting. It's like pretending to enjoy a meal that has no flavor. You can fake it for a while, but eventually you just feel empty. Psychologist Abraham Maslow studied this extensively. He found that highly intelligent people operate at different levels of need. While most people are satisfied with belonging and social acceptance, intelligent minds are often driven by self-actualization, truth-seeking, and understanding. You're not refusing to fit in. You literally can't sustain it without losing yourself. And choosing authenticity over belonging? That's one of the loneliest choices you'll ever make. But it's also the most honest one. Reason number 5, the weight of understanding. There's something else most people don't talk about. High intelligence often comes with high awareness. And high awareness hurts. You see the problems in the world more clearly. You understand the complexities of life more deeply. You're aware of mortality, meaning, and the absurdity of existence in ways that most people never confront. Existential isolation is real, and it's amplified when your mind naturally gravitates toward big questions that have no easy answers. While others can distract themselves with simple pleasures, your brain won't let you. It keeps asking, why? What does it mean? What's the point? Research in existential psychology shows that people with higher cognitive abilities experience more existential anxiety and awareness. You're not overthinking, you're just aware, deeply, painfully aware. And when you try to share these thoughts with people who haven't gone there, the disconnect is staggering. The truth you need to hear. So here's the painful truth we started with. If you're highly intelligent, loneliness might always be a part of your life. But here's the truth that matters more. It doesn't mean something's wrong with you. Your loneliness isn't a flaw, it's a signal. It's your brain telling you that it needs something different than what most people need. It needs depth, it needs meaning, it needs truth. And yes, that makes life harder. Yes, that makes connection rarer. But it also makes the connections you do find absolutely transformative. When you meet someone who thinks like you, who sees what you see, who understands without explanation, that connection is worth 1,000 shallow friendships. You're not broken. You're just looking for something real in a world that often settles for fake. And that search, it's worth the loneliness. If you made it this far, I want to say something to you directly. I see you. Your loneliness is valid. Your struggle is real. And you're not alone in feeling alone. The fact that this resonates with you means you're part of a rare group of people who think deeply, feel deeply, and seek deeply. Own that. Don't apologize for it. Now I want to hear from you. What's the hardest part of this kind of loneliness? Share your experience in the comments. This is a safe space. Let's build the deep connection we've all been looking for. If this video helped you feel understood, subscribe to this channel. We create content for people like us, people who think differently and feel deeply. And remember, your loneliness isn't weakness. It's proof that you're seeking something meaningful in a world that often settles for less. Thanks for watching. You're not alone.